Okay.
What's up, everybody?
All
I mean,
right.
nobody's in here yet, but anybody that watches this, the
Yeah.
replay. So we are, well, I say we, Dad is making, a porch sign, I guess?
This
A
is
big
what
vertical sign?
This is what I call a porch sign. I guess it could be just a vertical sign, but I call it a porch sign.
Yeah. So I made one of these a long time ago out of an old fence picket, but I kind of screwed up because the E, so it was a welcome sign and everything was centered except for the bottom E. And I screwed that one up. All right, who do we got? Guy Fagerman's here. What's up, Guy? Tessa. Mom's here. Hi, Mom. Dan and Kingman. What's up? Dude, Dan, that, have you seen the views on your shop tour? Holy crap. It was crazy. Jeffrey Callinan's here. Dennis Bonante. Dennis, I've been seeing your name all over the place, man. We're pulling orders and everything. Yeah, it's good. Charlie Armstrong, Bruce Treadway, Greg Bibby?
I think it's Biden.
Yeah. Johnny's here. Johnny and V. What's up, Johnny? That was a hell of a shop, dude. Yeah, Dan, he put together a really, really nice shop over in Kingman. Aunt Renee's here. Hi, Aunt Renee. Desiree Miller. Birthday money. Gary Wilcott. Mel Carrion. Is that Tiki font? Yes, this is what, 4-inch? 5-inch?
4s, I think. Yep, 4s.
4-inch Tiki, and then we got the large palm tree over there. There it is. You know, it's funny. We just did a short with the Tiki font, and I realized that, because I carved it, that's the first time I ever carved Tiki font. It is freaking easy to carve, and it looks really nice. The only problem with Tiki font is that, it's... you have to have a Tiki theme. Like Clarendon, you can do all kinds of different stuff with. But with Tiki font, it's got to be a Tiki themed sign. Quincy Jones, how you doing? Bill Smiley. Timothy Lechtenberg. What's up, Tim? It's what's yucky, Mom?
The font. I'm sure that's what
Oh, the font. No, it carves nice. It's fun to carve, but it's just very specific. Oh, Jeff McClanahan. Sorry, it's a terrible Irish accent. Said, been watching your videos, definitely thinking of getting into this. Right on, Jeff. It's a lot of fun, man, and we really appreciate you watching. Edward Randolph, thank you for making videos. I've just started into making signs, haven't sold anything yet, but any tips on really small lines? Well, how small, Edward? Well, thank you, Lawrence. Nathan DeCassi, it's going good, man. Michelle Phillips, hi Michelle. Wayne, just subscribed to the channel from the UK. Right on, Wayne. Appreciate that, man. Like needle lines. So if our smallest bit for fine detail is the carving liner. And that thing really does a great job of carving fine lines. It's not pencil thin, but as far as carving goes, if you're going to carve something, the carving liner is about as thin as you can possibly get.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
There
the
we go.
carving liner and or the profile bit, but the carving liner if it's super fine detail.
Yeah, when it comes to fine detail, the carving liner really, man.
This has got some tight spots and stuff, but I'm going to do the whole thing with the profile bit. The palm tree, that is.
Yeah. All right. Tim Kearns. Oh, right on, Tim. Dude, I've been seeing you on the... Oh, you know what, guys? So, that reminds me. The Facebook page, the Make a Wood Sign Tribe. Man, if you guys are on Facebook, join the Make a Wood Sign Tribe page because there's so many people on there that just make freaking amazing work. And if you have any questions, me and Dad are on there fairly often, but not super duper often. But man, everybody on there is super helpful. So if you're getting into carving or you want to get into carving, join that page on Facebook and you are going to get a lot of help and a lot of support from fellow carvers. When you carved, you will follow a certain pattern. Mel, so what Dad just did there is he just did the layout with our, what is that? Is that the 9-inch palm or the large?
Yeah, that's the 9-inch.
Yeah, the 9-inch palm tree and the 4-inch Tiki. And then he sprayed it with primer. That's our only pattern. Everything we do is freehand. What brush do y'all use? Wire or plastic bristles? That one is actually a nylon bristle brush. That's a Harbor Freight special right there, and it freaking works great. We only started using that a few months ago.
Yeah.
Used to use like tire brushes and things like that, but that little nylon bristle brush, man, it freaking works great. All right, so you're going to start off with the profile, Dad?
I am. Here we go.
All right. So let me move this just a touch. Sorry, guys. I appreciate that, Dennis. We try to answer every email, every question we get. As a starter router, so Desiree, that's a great question. A starter router. It depends on your budget. If you can, if it's in your budget, the router Dad's using right now, the DeWalt DCW 600, is a phenomenal router. It really is. It'll last a long time. Got tons of power, comfortable, light. All the features are top notch. This one here, the Flex, that's my favorite. Just because it has a couple features that no other router does, but the DeWalt is a top-notch router. However, if you want to go super duper budget friendly, cheap, right, which I get, I'm cheap, there's a lot of people that use the Drill Master at Harbor Freight that's like 25 or 30 bucks. So it just depends on your budget. Mel. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Tessa. What did you mean, Mel? Sorry, I meant when you use the router. Bill Larrabee's here. Is that the single flute or the double? So our profile bit is a two fluted bit. The carving liner is a single flute. Nathan, that's a good question. I like having multiple routers. I like having a router for each router bit. But I've kind of learned in the past few years when it comes to tools, hunting gear, fishing gear, things like that, if you can afford, I think it's better to have 2 really good routers than 5 mediocre routers, if that makes sense. Oh, Wayne, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's tough. Edward, so as far as speed, that's one question we get all the time, is what speed do you run your router at? We run our routers full speed 99.9% of the time. The only time we slow our routers down is if we're like surfacing with the router sled or if we're carving something other than wood. If we're doing a sign, you can guarantee our routers are running full throttle. Oh, nice, Desiree. If you get a discount, So, Desiree, let's say you have 150 bucks. The Bauer corded routers are really good. The Bauer cordless, I'm not a fan of. The the Hercules cordless, I'm not a big fan of. A lot of people like it. I personally don't. But the Hercules corded router is really good. The Bauer corded router. So as long as you're not too concerned with having a cord, those two, I get 2 or 3 of those. Brian, you know, that's actually a good question. Hey, Dad, what would you sell this sign for?
This sign, I don't know, a couple $100 probably.
Okay, so Dad said a couple $100. If I was making this in my garage and I was selling it, I'd be happy with 150, something like that. But it depends on where you're at, and it depends on what you're looking for. If you're just looking to make a little bit of money to pay for the material, then, you know, this is probably 12 to 15 bucks worth of material. So it just depends on what you want to do. Tool only for $138. That's a pretty good deal, Dennis. Jason, thanks, man. Howl and Dad. Usually for interior signs, we use Rust-Oleum clear, and we generally put on somewhere between 10 to 15 coats. If it's exterior, I really like the Helmsman Spar urethane, and same thing, 10 to 15 coats. I use a Wen, and I go on one because I'm scared it's going to break the bit and send it in my face. Kind of blindsided, so I have to be close. So Edward Randolph, if you are carving, and you're carving in wood, you want that router running full speed, man. I had a guy call me maybe 2 weeks ago, and his router was burning really bad. His bits were burning the wood, and he couldn't figure out. And I asked him what speed he was running his router on. He said at like 4 out of 7. And he said that's what the manufacturer called for. And I said, man, turn that thing up. He called me the next day, and he goes, that made a huge difference. No more burning, no more burring. I would turn that router up. Philip, what's up? 9 minutes late? That's not bad, dude. We shipped that thing today, Dennis. We use gloss. Tessa, yes, minimum. What's up, Larry? Yeah, give it a shot, Edward. See what you think. Oh, you guys, I forgot to tell you. Oh, hang on, Nathan's here. Nathan, I'm doing late. What kind of wood is that sign? Are you able to get hardwood at Home Depot or Lowe's? Nathan, this is the blue pine, and it's actually not shiplap, tongue and groove, and we love this stuff. You can get hardwood, but man, it's pricey at Home Depot. Tessa, to get a good buildup, to make that thing really glossy and to build it up, because you know when you first put clear on a board, it almost looks splotchy. That's because some areas soak it in like a sponge and some don't. Like if you have a board with a big knot on it, you'll notice that doesn't soak it in as much. You want to have a nice even finish, and putting more on there really helps.
Alright, I'm going deeper.
Okay. Mel, that is a great question, and it depends. So Mel Carrion asks, when moving the router, do you go left to right, up or down? Does the bit affect how it removes the wood? In some cases it does. If you have a really chippy board, then you have to really pay attention to that. But 99% of the time, I go top to bottom, left to right, just like like writing a letter. Most of the time, it doesn't affect the carving itself. The only time it really affects it is if like we're using an old piece of redwood that's super chippy or something like that. The majority of the time, it really doesn't affect the wood. Why do I not see the lights? Do you have the lights on, Dad? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, the lights are on.
Bill, the only reason you don't see them is because of the angle of the camera. The lights are on. Let me see if I can. Yeah, so the lights are on. It's just the angle of the camera. And yeah, we use 2 for each router. What are your thoughts on bunches of critter coats of Helmsman versus maybe clear epoxy resin pour? Tim, I'm not a fan of the clear epoxy resin. It looks great, but number one, most of it isn't UV resistant. So if it's like a ranch sign or something going outside, you have to get UV resistant stuff. Number 2, crazy expensive. Number 3, it really adds a lot of time onto your work. So it just depends on what you're looking for. I like doing clear coat more. There are times where the epoxy resin looks better, so it just kind of depends. I'm using the Rust-Oleum clear like you said, but after 10 coats or so, I'm almost through an entire can. Maybe my sign is big. Is that normal? Yeah, dude, that's fairly normal. And also, when we say we put, 10 to 15 coats on, they're usually pretty light coats. And that stuff, well, at least out here in the desert, it dries super fast. So we'll put a coat on, we'll let it sit for 20 minutes, come back out, put another coat on, and then every third or fourth coat, we'll do a light sand with like 500 grit sandpaper. So, okay, like, let me see. Hang on, guys, let me grab something. I'll give you an example. Oh, sorry, just hit the mic. All right. Now, this has been sitting outside, not in the sun, but it's got a bunch of sawdust on it. This one right here, right? You see the buildup, you see the shine. This has probably 12 to 15 coats on it. And that's kind of our standard, right? Now you look at that versus this one we did yesterday, and this has 1 coat. So it looks like just a bare board. So you want that buildup. Now, if you buy your clear or your finish by the gallon, it's a lot cheaper, but you have to have a compressor and a critter gun or some sort of sprayer. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Let's see. I think it is, Tessa. George Howard, hey George. Wallflower. Where are all the likes, folks? I like the way you think, Wallflower. If you guys like what you see, if you like what we're doing, hit that thumbs up and feel free to hit the subscribe button. Help us with the whole algorithm thing. YouTube is a fickle beast, if you will. Have you in the past used a torch? No, yeah, I've used a torch on a lot of stuff. Dad is not a fan. But that's a stylistic thing. Just like I like kind of the rustic look. Some of the stuff Dad's not a fan of. So it just depends on what your flair is. Will you all cut costume templates for a custom? Oh, custom. Costume templates. Odell Scott, yes, we do custom stuff. But you have to have a decent piece of artwork that's got to be a PDF. It can't be like if you draw something. It's got to be a digital PDF. Shoot Mom an email, Vicky at makerwoodsign.com, and she'll kind of run you through it. Nathan, that's a good question. Let's see. Grandpa started in 1970, so Dad was about 10. Oh, right on, dude. Every 20 minutes, like you said. It's hot out. Yeah. It's actually been really nice over here today. Edward Randolph. Mike Rowell, what's up, dude? Edward Randolph. So, we use these little, let's see if you can see this here. We use these little LED spotlights for our routers, and they are pretty awesome, man. So far, they're the best we found. Now, the batteries that come with them don't last the longest. But, man, these little lights are pretty sweet.
You can take it off there if you want.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could, huh?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're like little tiny Batman spotlights without the Batman insignia.
All right. Moving on to the letters.
To the letters? Okay. Let me move this over.
This is the first time in a long time I'm going to carve all these letters with a 90
Are you doing those inset?
inset.
Oh, okay. Dad's going inset.
Yep.
Hello from Michigan, or summer's over. Friday temperatures high 66. Oh, dude. You know what? Honestly, Kurt, Michigan is one of those places that I really, really want to visit in the summer, not in the winter.
All right.
Keith Hunter, how you doing, Keith? So now Dad's switching to the 90 degree. And so normally we do our inset with a 60 degree, but with big letters like this, the 90 degree takes out more wood. You can still get a good line. It works really, really well for this something like this. Michelle, that's a great question. Okay, if you look at the palm tree, okay, you see how Dad carved around the palm tree to where the palm tree itself is the same as the surface of the board? That's outset. If you look at what Dad's doing here, he's actually carving the letter to where the letter is below the surface of the board. That's inset. Does that make sense? Let me see. We have, Dad, we still got that inset outset.
It's around here somewhere.
It is. You guys, we are, as much as my beautiful bride tries to keep us organized, doesn't always work. Let me see if I can find that inset outset thing. Let's see. I cannot find it. You know what? We're gonna make another one because, oh, I found it. Freaking A right. Yeah, baby. Found one. Okay. So, let's see. Hey, Rowdy's here. What's up, Rowdy? In Bellington, Massachusetts, 44 degrees in the morning. Whew, dang. Okay, so, Michelle, check this out. So, it's dusty because it was literally on the ground. That's the difference between inset and outset. It's a little bit easier to kind of understand when you have a visual. Rod Hall, what's up, Rod? Mel, we don't even use downcut bits. We use upcut bits. But we only do that if you want a flat background, which we very rarely do. Chris Miller, what is up, buddy? So see how Dad's taking all the wood out in there? Now this is our 90, actually, oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. I like the rough look on all of your insets. However, what bit would you use to make a smooth surface inset? Desiree, for a smooth surface inset, you'd want the spiral upcut bit. We have 2 of them on the website. All right, you guys, before I get distracted again, I have to tell you, we have a brand new US-made router bit dealer. Well, dealer isn't the right word, manufacturer. So all of our bits now, we announced it to the for the executive and premium members on their monthly exclusive content. All of our bits are being made by one of the companies in woodworking that's known for high quality tools. So Woodpeckers is making all of our bits now, and they're all made in Ohio, USA. And I gotta tell you guys, nothing against Amana, you know, they've been great, they make a great product, but all of our bits now are specifically made to Dad's specs. We spent about 3 weeks talking to the engineers and the owner of Woodpeckers, and they made our bits specifically for us, specifically for what we're doing. So they cut way better, especially the 60 and the 90. The 90-degree bit now, you can actually go beyond 1/4 of an inch deep, which is yeah. Yeah, Dad's using the new 90 right now, and it's just ripping through that stuff, man. So from now on, if you order our bits, and we still have a few Amanas that we're going to send out, but once those are done, everything you get from us will have our website. It's going to have the K mark on exactly how deep you put it in the collet. It's all made by Woodpecker specifically for us. And guys, we are freaking stoked. In the USA. In Ohio. And we're actually, hopefully, maybe next year, we might be flying out there doing a tour of the factory. Hi, Angie. Edward Brent, Ohio, baby. What? JWW. So the Flex is running, I think, at like 35,000 RPM. It depends on what router you're using, but we run all our routers full speed. When clearing out background with the 60 or 90, can you go too fast? Will it damage a bit? No, it won't damage a bit, Bruce, especially on softwood. Now, if you're carving something crazy hard, it's probably not going to allow you to go super fast anyway. But no, you can, I don't think you can go fast enough to damage the bit. Tessa, yes, especially the 60 and the 90. You can carve much deeper with the new bits. Yeah, that's right, Mike. You know, with everybody new that we have coming on, you guys, join the Facebook page, Make a Wood Sign Tribe, share your work, show people what you're doing, ask questions, man. Everybody's just out there to help. Guy, yes, all of our shanks now are, what, 2 1/4, Dad?
Yeah.
The shanks.
Yeah, all the bits are 2 1/4.
All of our bits are 2 1/4 now. Right on, Mel. I've actually never been to Ohio. Is that Miss Carmen? Is Miss Carmen here? Spenceley Design? I've never heard of them, Nathan. Tammy Browning? Hello, Tammy. Lawrence Aldredge from Natchez, Mississippi. That's another place I've never been before, is Mississippi. Yusufa John? I'm not even going to try that last name. YTDRT. I'm just going to call you Yus. What's up, Yus? Look at Dad go. So, who is asking about speed? Let me see. Starbond. My cousin's calling me. Let me see here. Dad sharpens all of our bits anyway, and that's one of the things that was super important to Dad when he was designing these bits with woodpeckers, is that he has to be able to sharpen them. So yeah, Dad will still, everything stays the same as far as the sharpening and all that stuff. If anybody's from Texas, Dad and I will be in Texas in like 2 weeks in Austin, Texas for the Woodworking Festival. And we're doing a meetup on the 12th at, you remember the name of the pizza place, Dad?
It is Home Slice.
Home Slice Pizza Place, Pizza Parlor.
Congress Avenue.
On Congress?
Yeah.
So we will be doing a meetup in Austin, Texas on September 12th at Home Slice Pizza, bless you, on Congress Avenue. Right on, Bruce. We'll see you there, buddy.
Who?
Bruce Treadway.
Oh, great.
One nice thing about this Tiki font, it carves pretty fast. It really does.
Very forgiving.
Yeah, you kind of, well, I mean, you can screw it up, but you kind of got to really try to screw it up. So Dad did all of this so far with 2 bits, the profile and the 90 degree. What are you going to do for the edge?
I think I'm going to scallop it.
Scallop it? All right.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do the same. I don't know.
James, we use our 90 degree bit for that sort of background. If it's coming out flat, I think you might be trying to take out too much if you're using the 90 degree bit. Remember, as long as it's below the surface of the board, that's what you're looking for. So, Dad, can you kind of flip that up so I can get a close-up?
Yeah. So what's happening is if you're using the 90 degree bit and it's coming out more flat, it means you need to make your circular motions bigger. Your circular motions are too tight. So in order to get this kind of a texture, you've got to have bigger circular motions, but not so big that you leave chunks that'll be at the surface. So it's kind of a fine line. Just make a little bit bigger circular motions and you'll leave more texture in the background.
Can you guys hear Dad pretty good? Did that make sense? Let's see here. Edward Randolph, in your opinion, does it matter what kind of signs you make to sell, like political ones, 1776, or should you stay with like home decor ones, first time selling? Edward, it really depends on where you're at, how badly you want to sell, and how stubborn you are. I made stuff that I liked.
And your audience.
Yeah, your audience.
You just gotta try and figure out what your audience wants.
Yeah, you know, think of it like any other business. I think of it, make what you like, and you know, if somebody has a custom order or whatever, decide then if you want to make it.
The other thing that you could do is, depending on where you're at and if it's a recurring place, do some recon. Go out there and see what other vendors have and what they're selling and what is selling. That kind of could point you in the right direction of what themed signs you want to make.
That makes sense. Yep. Guy, that is a terrible joke. Your last one was way better. Danny, what's up, Danny? Because of you and your dad inspired me to get into carving in my room. Right on, man. That's awesome. Craig Armstrong's here. What's up, Craig? Robert Dobo. Hey, Bob. No problem, Edward. Hi, Pam. All right. So you're scalping it?
I think I'm gonna use the jagged edge with the sander.
Your sander's down there, Deb. Oh, okay.
Actually, I've got the grinder sitting.
Yeah, you have the grinder with the...
Yeah, let's use the grinder.
Okay.
Except I don't have my face shield. But
That's all right. Tessa, I kind of agree. I'm glad Dad went with the grinder idea or the sander. James, you will get a different texture with the 60 than you will with a 90. The 60 is much smaller. Okay, let's see here. So, sorry guys, I know this, I try not to do this, but so if you look at that texture right there, see the big circles and kind of the big chunks? If you try to do that with a 60, they're going to be a lot smaller. Look at my fat fingers, stupid fat thumb. They're going to be a lot smaller. So I like the 90 much better. The 60 kind of has... I don't care for the 60, and it's going to take you a lot longer. You definitely can do it, but it's going to look different, for sure. Oh, right on, Michelle. That's cool. Blah, blah, blah. Excellent, Danny. I'm glad to hear that, man. Do you think it would be a good source of... Nathan, yes, I do. You know, you can make money carving signs, especially if you get into... All right, so let's show what you're... Oh, guys just going to town. Especially if you are... get into like doing ranch signs or something. I've charged a lot of money for big signs. Dennis, hey guys, here's an idea. I would make a few different ones and then projectors on them to get started. Gonna need a little more information than that, Dennis. Is there a website of all the wood carving listing shows, presentations you guys subscribe to? Mel, so we have our YouTube channel, we're on all the social medias, and we carve tons of stuff. YouTube, we have over 3,000 videos. I think we're at what, like 3,400?
35.
35, over 3,500 videos, all on freehand carving. And you can find, oh yeah, I haven't even mentioned the website. You can find all the products Dad's using, carving products, on our website, makeawoodsign.com. Right on, James. I appreciate that, dude. Craig, I agree. This looks much better than the scallops for this particular sign. Yep, Pam, I'm right there with you. Get it? Yeah. You want to make different stuff to see what sells in your area, just like Dennis said. You have to kind of experiment with it and kind of see what the people in your area like. Bruce, yes, that is the extreme fine.
That's actually, yeah, it's the fine one.
Yeah, that's a fine one, and I kind of like how that cuts better than the coarse for the edges like this.
Smooth, yeah, it's really smooth grinding.
Yeah, Jeremy, this is the Cutsall Extreme Fine Shaping Dish. Brandon Cabanillas, what's up, Brandon? Hi, Nolan. What's up, dude? James, I would love to go to New York. That's upstate New York is one of those places that I really want to visit. All right.
Wing this.
Yep. Look at Dad go. This is just to do the back to take off that sharp edge. Michelle, so scalloping, I know we have a scalloped sign around here somewhere. Whew, damn, I might need to open these doors up. Oh, here we go. Found one. What? So this is a sign I did for a video the other day. This is what a scalloped edge looks like, Michelle. See how it's kind of like well, scalloped. I don't know how else to explain it. So we use our big 45 degree and we just make divots that are fairly evenly spaced. And it looks pretty cool when it's all done. All right. Yep, we're gonna have to sand that mat off. Dad, I'm gonna open this door too. Sorry guys, I know that's gross. I think we can shut this off. That's what I've heard, James. One of these days, dude, it's gonna happen. I have the coarse one, and if you're not careful, you could take off too much. Yeah, if you're not careful, Jim, you can take off a finger or a hand. Those things, man, I mean, they work great on wood, but they work pretty good on skin too, so you gotta be careful. Well, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. 30 miles north of Syracuse. Just wait till spring, summer, early fall. Yeah. Oh, we don't travel much during the winter, like actually at all. I don't think, do we? Well, we went to Vegas, but that doesn't really count. Yeah, this thing's gonna look cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little different.
It is. Oh, that's right. I forgot that, Mom. You ran the shaping dish right across your knuckle. Dad's got a scar from the coarse one, and I don't think it was even spinning, was it?
Oh, I was just changing it.
Yeah, Dad was just changing it. He smacked his hand with it.
All right.
All right, you got the blower?
Yeah. I'm trying to get this thing dried off.
Oh. No, that's all right. Might get sawdust in your carving, but Nolan, that was the Kutzall Extreme Fine dish, and they call it a dish for some reason instead of a disc, which I'll be honest, a little irritating, but they work great.
Sorry.
Yeah, Nathan, just if you want a gift certificate, Christmas is coming up. Dude, we do all that stuff. You can get, I think, $20 to $100, and you can buy as many as you want. Bought a large kit about a week ago. Would be the best way to learn sharp lines other than practice. All right, so Mel, sharp lines. Practice, man. There's really no shortcut. The thing is, it's not a big learning curve. You're going to be surprised, like, how quickly you catch on to doing this. It's really not that hard. But the only way to catch on is to do it. So lay out 10 signs, you know, whatever you want. Maybe make something for your wife, your kids, whatever. Dude, my wife's got so many signs, it's unbelievable. And just start making signs, man, and you'll be surprised. Like, pretty soon you're going to make one and you're like, well, crap, I think I could sell that, or that, I think I could give that as a gift. You'll be surprised how quickly you do really nice stuff. Oh, of course, Tim. We really like these lines. They're a lot of fun. Guy, dude, I've been there so many times. You go to put a coat of clear on and then you grab the black primer. Dude, there's been times we've done that on video and I've had to bleep out a few words. Oh, dude, I haven't caught a salmon in a long time. Oh, dang, Pam. What do you mean it hurts? Edward, this is the DeWalt disc sander. This thing is a freaking beast, and for, what, 99 bucks? Man, There's great sanders, better sanders out there, but for this price range, dude, you can't beat it. Takes a little bit of getting used to. Am I right? Dad, Pam Berry. I'm not sure what she means by perk, but she said her router perked when she was loosening the collet to change the bits. It came off the table and the 90 degree went right into her thigh. Oh. Oh, jerk. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Her router jerked when she was changing her bit, and it fell off the table, and she got a 90 degree bit right in her freaking thigh.
Oh.
Yeah.
It wasn't running, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't running, was it? Well, I would hope not if you're changing the bit. Oh, when it broke it loose. Ooh, damn, that sucks. Well, I hope you feel better, Pam. And Jim, I wish I had an answer for you, dude. I was working chest and I hurt my neck. I guess my form is a little off. So this is actually, we've had this sander for a couple months. We've used it off and on, and I like it. Our DeWalt random orbitals are heading out. They're moving on towards the end of their life. Oh, no base plate at the time? Oh, dude. So it went straight in. Holy crap. I think you're, oh, there we go. Dad got mad, took it off. But this little sander, it's pretty cool. It works good. I will say it is really heavy, especially it's not very well balanced, but it's a pretty sweet little sander, and it's cordless, so that helps too. Craig, is it corded or cordless?
That's a nice little sander. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about the dust collector thing.
Nah, the dust collector is a little cumbersome, if you will. Okay, check that out, Craig. Yes, it's in Milwaukee, Tessa. And Miss Carmen, we really appreciate you guys watching all the videos. We really, really do. That looks good, Dad.
Yeah.
All right, how are you going to spray it? Well, if you want to just do your clear on the bench, and then we'll kind of set it up to get a good.
I'll just spray it there. I think there's a new color on the tree. I think I like it just natural.
I do too.
Where's our clear?
That's primer. Clear. Tim Kearns was saying he went to go put a coat of clear on one of his signs, and he grabbed a primer instead.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Never had that happen.
Yeah, I know.
Today.
Oh, Brian Hacken said Home Depot has a Milwaukee router and battery for $179.
What?
Dude, that is a good deal. They were at one of my biggest gripes about the Milwaukee router is that the router itself is like over $200. And it's a nice router, don't get me wrong, but crap, that's expensive.
Yeah,
dude.
For the router and battery, I spent over $300.
Yeah, it was over $300 for the router and battery, and my dad got it. Yeah, so $179, dude, that's a freaking deal.
All right. Stand this thing up.
All right. So let's see if we can get. Do you want to? You want me to set something down there? Or?
Well, let's see. Maybe I can set the stool over here.
Where's the stool? Oh, it's behind the door, Dad. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that looks good.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
See, the Tiki font is one that we don't use all that often, and I got to tell you guys, here, let me...
I think it's as forgiving, even more forgiving than the Fatty font.
I think so, too.
Again, it's kind of a, I don't know, it's a specialized thing, I guess.
It is. It's specific, but I love that edge. Oh, dead. Yeah, just got a little there, but yeah, so that's what the 90-degree bit does right there. Yeah, that looks really good.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Dad. I'm all about the support. Okay, so now I'm going to give Dad the mic. All right, hang on just a second.
That sander really kicks out the dust.
It does. All right.
Any sander.
Amy's, is she running Clifford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, there it is. This one was super fun to carve. If you've got big inset letters and you can use that 90, and by the way, this new 90, I thought the Amana 90, and again, we don't have anything against Amana, but most of their router bits aren't US made. Woodpeckers has an impeccable reputation. We are so proud and honored to be partnered with them, having them make our router bits from now on. So, and this new 90 that we've got is so far superior to the Amana 90, and the profile is pretty much the same, but the 90 and the 60, oh yeah, definitely next level, a step ahead of what we have been using for years on the Amana. So yeah, we're super excited about our partnership with Woodpeckers. So anyway, but yeah, the 90, if you've got big letters, 3-inch or 4-inch, generally the 90 can do it, especially something this font, this Tiki font is good. What are you looking for, Rye?
How tall is that sign, Dad?
It is
back up
a little less than 4 foot, I think.
I think something's going on with the camera because people are saying please show the sign, but the sign's right there as far as my camera goes.
It's 44.
So it's almost 4 feet.
It's not showing?
I'm not really sure, but like I can see the lights to the bottom of the stool, the sign, you.
So can you guys not see the sign?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
How that's.
There it is.
It's off center.
It's off center?
I don't understand. Something's going on with the camera then.
Oh.
The camera seems too zoomed in. I'm zoomed all the way out. I don't know what's going on, guys. Only a bit.
Huh.
That's better. Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's weird.
Got some kind of a glitch.
Yeah, there's
in the camera or the phone or the internet.
Some sort of
Who
glitch.
knows? But there it is, you guys. Anyway, this thing is super fun to carve. The Tiki font, the 9-inch palm, is all over on the website. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. Eric@makeawoodsign.com. And we've got this Tiki font in from 1-inch to 6-inch. So any size you want, we got them. And what else, Ryan?
I think that's it. Yeah, let's go ahead and end this because for some reason I see the whole studio on my camera, but people are saying they can't see you. They can only see part of the sign. So we'll go.
I don't know.
Let's go ahead and end it.
Sorry about that, guys. We'll be back next week. If you guys need anything, just let us know. Thank you again for watching. Thanks for all the support. We love you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.